Thank you for tuning into another episode of Shoot the Ish. And I think you guys can tell based on, the shirt I'm wearing, what I'm about to talk about. But I know you can see it at the bottom of the screen. But let's get right into it. The funny thing about this Diddy case, and there's a lot of things there's a lot of stuff going on with it, but to me, I look at it, what is everybody's opinion on it? Like, to me, I know we talked about it almost a year ago, and I told everybody back then, I said, this case is not going to be ending anytime soon. But in the meanwhile of watching the case, I say to myself, what are we actually watching? Now, understanding that I do a podcast, I'm looking everywhere, reading all the stuff about Diddy and what's going on. The most crazy thing I seen was, again, as we all seen, was the beating of Cassie, right? And we say to ourselves, oh my God, that's terrible. I think no one who saw it would say that, that wasn't a bad thing. But I think nothing will justify any female from being assaulted, right? And I won't say the but word. I won't say the but word because I already know when you finish with something, then you say but, you already destroy it. I was about to say it. But, I'm saying it. We realized that the more you looked into this case, it seems like the only thing they're coming up with is how freaky Diddy actually is. Now, through the years, we've had situations where we say, Diddy messed up for people contracts. There's been rumors of what he did with Pac or what he did to Kim Porter and all these other things. But that's not what this case is about. It seemed like everybody is grouping everything they ever wanted or whatever they felt about Diddy throughout the years, and they're grouping it all into this case. And to me, it seemed like it's a case more or less about trying to embarrass him, if anything. Now, obviously, people will say, okay, how can you say that this man is an evil man? This man is this. Look, one of the things that I do recognize with this case and what I'm trying to figure out majority of the time, even before I'm doing this podcast, I'm sitting there saying to myself, like, look, I have to see what's going on. What is it that they're saying? For one, I'm not seeing anything about kids. So we could throw that one out because if I saw things that dealt with children, yeah. But from what it is that I see, everything is dealing with international, what is it? When you do something across state to state, trafficking and things of that sort. But everything has to deal with adults. And it seems like everything you constantly hearing is about people were under the influence. But one of the things that I found interesting about this, and this is the only thing that, to me, after a while, I'm starting to say to myself, I'm like, all right, if all this stuff was going on, right? And we all know that we heard rumors for years. He didn't do half of this stuff by himself. Let's say if all this stuff was true, he didn't do this by himself. What we're learning truly about the hip hop, with a little, I guess what we would say, what we're learning about is about hip hop and the people a part of it is that it's a lot of down low stuff going on. The machismo act, the hardcore act, it's all a facade. And you can still be a tough person and still have those type of escapades and things of that sort. But what they talk compared to how they portray themselves behind the scenes is two different things. And then not only that, what seems to be interesting about this whole scenario is the fact that all these people like Gene Deal, like Jaguar Wright, even though they said she was crazy before all this stuff came out, the things that she would expose, it seems like half of it somewhat true. Because even what you heard, I think, to be honest with you, I think the worst one was when you heard Diddy. I got to be careful how I say this. Diddy would watch and would want certain fluids on him. I think that's YouTube friendly. And to me, I was like, what? Wait, so you just wanted to watch it, but then and you wanted the fluid? Whoa. But again, what does this have to do with criminal? And to me, some of the things that I looked at with the case is when you heard that she separated herself from Diddy, she got married, and she was still calling Diddy. She was still reaching out to Diddy. And to me, I mean, and it's just my opinion. It's my opinion. And true indeed, from that video, she is a victim. But it's a lot of stuff that kind of isn't making sense. The husband walks out of the courthouse, right? Now, as if he was embarrassed to hear the stuff that was going on. But again, he was someone who worked in that environment around him. Now, I'm not saying that he saw it happen or he saw these things. But when you work in these environments, you kind of know what the hell was going on. You think he didn't hear things about her? Yes. And to me, we also see that the chick from what was it? The chick from the Making the Band, she was a part of the stuff too. So it's like it's so much stuff that it just seemed like these were all willing participants. Now, like I said, it's easy to say, oh, no, I did it because I was afraid. I did it because this. But you had that freedom to leave. You even said that, I don't know if you guys heard, there was even parts where I think she was having a conversation with someone through text messaging and said, well, if I don't do it, he'll get somebody else to do it. Look, at the end of the day, the price of fame is it's almost devilish. Almost you can't be. Look at how we are when it comes to social media. People like, I got to get the likes. I got to get the this. It's almost like you can't help but that thirst, that need. It's almost like, do you want to be famous? Do you want to be rich? And at this day and age, I'm thinking more people prefer to be famous than rich. And that's what it looks like when it comes down to entertainment anyway. As you hear nowadays, you hear that half of these artists, half of these actors don't make any money, but they're famous. Look at the influencers. They're known, but how many of them are rich? But I wanted to ask everybody's opinion. I wanted to know everybody's opinion in reference to this case, because when do you guys think this case is going to be over? Because to me, I really feel like nothing truly is coming from it. The only thing that I seem to be hearing is just, oh, this person was a part. I think next, if anything, the only thing that can possibly happen is they're going to start bringing everybody else into it. Everybody else is going to play the victim card. But even the one that they're saying, Jane Doe, which we kind of assume allegedly is 50's baby mother. I mean, so not the black one, I think the other one. And I remember she was talking on another show, and she was talking about him. Then she went back to him because she wasn't messing with him. That's when, like, everybody was wanting to be back with Diddy when he was with Carisha. When he was with Carisha, giving her the show and all that. Oh my God, I think that's when everybody was hating and everything of that sort, because they was like, I should have been her, I should have been that, I should have been that. But Carisha was getting love, and guess what? We don't hear nothing from Carisha. But it seems like everybody was a willing participant. Everybody. They were addicted to the lifestyle. They were truly addicted to. He even told her, 50 Cent's baby mother, allegedly, Diddy told her, look, I'm not going to be doing this for you if you're not doing this. So you have that choice. You could choose this or you could choose that. You chose. You think he couldn't get just about anybody to do it? He could have. And let's not get this twisted. I'm not here to judge him on how freaky and how all that, because I don't think that's the point. The point is, again, do I think Diddy, besides what we're hearing now, do I think he probably was a horrible person sometimes? Yes. My opinion, from things I would see or things that you would hear, you were like, dang, he was horrible. How he destroyed people's careers and things like that. And just the behavior sometimes you'd be like, yo. But again, these are willing participants. Again, even like with record deals, you chose to get that record deal. Like say, what did they used to call it? Jerking nigga records. Look, you find somebody off the street. These artists are so eager to change their lives that they sign a devil's contract. But the reality, that was still their choice. They chose to do that. Yes, we all know it's tricks. But again, you have to understand, you signed it, you deal with the consequences that come with it. So yes, was he a businessman, a dirty businessman sometimes? Yes, but who isn't? Shit, Bill Gates did shitted on other people. A lot of them, you look behind every rich, filthy rich person with some trickery, some shiciness behind it. But to me, like I said, guys, I want to know whether or not, what are you guys' opinion in reference to it? Because to me, I'm looking at it like, yo, what is this case? What is this case at this point? June 2025, as of right now, what has this case actually shown? What has this case actually, what did you discover about Diddy within this case besides his sexual escapades? I want to know. Like, seriously, what have we really discovered about Diddy based on his sexual escapades? What we're finding out is that, damn, what people will do for the price of fame, that's what, I mean, let's be honest, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, damn, you're willing to degrade yourself that much just to live a lifestyle, to be in that spotlight. You will degrade yourself that much. So we already realized the power of the dollar, the things that people will do for the power of the dollar. I truly say to myself, I never want to be that hungry for fame. And if the taste of fame will allow you to put yourself in these predicaments, I don't want it. Keep me where I'm at. I don't want it. Because the only thing that this case has shown me is show me what people are willing to put up with for the price of fame. What else? Because if you guys could tell me besides, I mean, look, like I said, we all know that they're talking about what they're trying to get him on. People being drugged, people doing things against their own will, trafficking and things of that sort. But when it's all said and done, every witness that's coming up, they're coming out to be fraudulent. Some of the witness, they've been documented within years of like, oh, I love Diddy. So even, like I said, Jane Doe, which is actually 50's baby mother, how is she a credible witness? She's been known. He don't deal with her, she wants to come back. He don't deal with her, she wants to keep coming back. So how was that a credible witness? The only thing they're doing, it seems like they're just trying to embarrass his character. That's it. But again, that's what this case only, to me, I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, guys, leave your comments. Let me know if I'm wrong about it. But to me, from what it is that I'm seeing, it looks like they're just trying to embarrass his character. That's about it. But I do want to say something before I end this Diddy thing. Another thing I peeped, and it kind of like the fellas, the dudes, the rappers in this record industry, they seem like a bunch of cowards. All of them. It's like, oh, I ain't see nothing. I don't know nothing. No. I think Diddy, stop playing. Like, it's just like, damn, Diddy, you had that much power over these male rappers? It's like, yo, they just seem like scary. Well, they should be scary because, like I said, the odds of Diddy having these parties and I wasn't there, I ain't see nothing, I wasn't there. Please, I hope my name don't come up. Please, like, I think truly that's what everybody's waiting for. That I think this whole case is just like everybody waiting there with the popcorn, trying to see whose name is gonna come up, whose name is gonna come up, whose name is gonna come up. Because to me, I'm like, look, I'm doing a podcast on it now, I'm talking about it now, but we already know. Like I said, last year we was talking about it. Right now we're gonna talk about it. Give it a few more months. This ain't going to be over. But another question before I go. Do y'all think he's going to go down for this? Or you think this may just get resolved? And it's just he'll be acquitted and things go back? Because do I think if he gets acquitted, and he gets back in the spotlight, he'll still be loved? Yup, I do. Fame is a drug. And that's all I could really say about that. Like I said, I will this be the last time I talk about this? Nope. But before I end the show, I did want to talk about what are you guys' thoughts on Cardi B and Offset? I mean, to me, I think it's about time. In a way, I'm happy for Cardi. I saw people, especially the fellas, because one of the things that I was looking at how people, like, when they have the comments or you see something going on and you see them going back and forth, I love to see the separation between the men and the women. What the comments, what the women will say, what the comments or what the man will say. Most of the guys were insulted because they said she was petty because she did the hairstyle like Diggs. Then you look at the thing when Offset was talking about he wants to get spouse support and she was a good mother and everything of that sort. And to me, like, look, I'm going to just say this. As a man, guys, we know how we feel if we see our ex and she actually upgraded from you, you probably feel some type of way. Only, now let me bring this back. You feel some type of way if you know you still possibly, want to get with her. But if you don't really want to get with her, you don't feel no type of way. You like, thank you, finally, somebody got you. This will make it that I never got to mess with you. But when you know she upset and she really don't give a nothing about you, you feel some type of way. But then at the same time, I look at it like, damn, Offset, you kind of fumbled the bag. And I saw academics say it's not a come up if she getting effed on, right? The biggest come up, the biggest flex was Offset marrying her. And I'm like, yeah, no, but the bottom line, I think Offset, he messed up big time on the basis that, like, look, bruh, you were married to this woman. And to me, I don't know Cardi at all. But one thing I could say, when she was married to Offset, she seemed to be very, very faithful. She seemed to be fun. She seemed to be about that life. It seemed like he had a woman that was like, I'm down for whatever. If you down with it, I'm down with it. So the fact of him feeling like he was cheating, that was kind of an embarrassment. And like she said, you more of a liability. I'm a rapper. When these females, I'm on top of the game. When these females rap about me or they dissing me, they basically dissing me based on you. And we all thought she cheat, she goes back. He cheats, she goes back. She cheats, she go back. And truthfully, even me as a guy, I'm saying, like, look, at the end of the day, my brother, you did it too many times. And you actually, like, you kind of played yourself. You truly played yourself. And it's like, what are you going to get that's better than what you just had? Let's be honest. What are you going to get? Offset. What are you going to get that's better than what you had? At this point, I think nothing. And then you did a diss song. She did a diss song, and I think her song may be, if she drops her album soon, that song, I already see the ladies going crazy off of that one. I already know they'll love that just because some of the lines in that song. But then you did a diss song. I'm like, yo, come on, y'all got kids. Like, she got 3 kids by you, yo. Don't play yourself and play your child's mom or your ex-wife in front of the world. You'll look kind of stupid if you do that. The only thing she doing is having her fun. Ain't like she's marrying Diggs, but when it's all said and done, you was out there in the street first. You was out in the public first with multiple women in the public. We only seen her with one guy. So even in her breakup, she ain't out there being messy like you was, my brother. So reality, fellas, is almost like we got our good ones, keep them. You got to cherish them because like nothing is guaranteed in life. True indeed, nothing is guaranteed in life, but ain't nothing worse than having a regret. It's like, as we used to always talk about on the show, we would talk about relationships and things of that sort. And at this day and age, it's almost like if you find that good one, you better stay with it. Because guess what? What they used to say, ain't no good one like a new good one. Nah, it's for the moment. You had your little fun. You get bored. You had your little fun. You get bored. But you got to always know you need that one that you know love you, know that will support you, know that's going to take care of you when you're sick. And at this point in the game, he had a woman who actually made more than him. So he knew for a fact she wasn't with him for the wrong reasons. she was with him, father of her kids. She damn sure didn't need your money. So in reality, you had one, my G. You had one. And you fumbled that. I mean, do I believe a person can change? You got to be careful what you do at this point in you guys' relationship. She's already almost saying that you're dead to her and things like that. But before I get to that point that you can never possibly rekindle it, be careful of your next steps. And to the fellas, I like to say Happy Father's Day. It's our weekend coming up. I should do an episode on Father's Day. But I like you guys to continue to watch the show. Like I said, it's just getting back in the swing of things, getting back into potting, as we also say. I definitely appreciate all those who continue to watch. And like I said, thank you. Appreciate the love. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. All right. Peace out.